Hey, Poppy, you got me. You got me, Poppy. Welcome, 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 guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is your first time here. This will not be your last. My name is Nikki. I teach people how to transform their lives. So if you are here, you are not by accident, baby. It is not by accident, okay? So I need you guys to come on in and show some love, all right? Show some love. All right, really quickly, I am going to recap my last class before I erase it, okay? Before I erase it, so that you guys know what we were talking about and can get caught up, sort of. Okay, so last time I was here on the board, I was talking to you guys about being coded. All right, you are coded. Let me wipe this lens off. All right, you are coded. That's so much better. All right, these are the codes that you want to consider when you are transforming your life. Okay, anytime you are trying to transform, I mean, whether it's in work, whether it's in love, whether it's in your mindset, whether it's in your health, you want to remember that you must take these things into consideration. Let me turn the board around. Okay, need you guys to come on in and show out, baby. This is your life. Okay. So I need you guys to come on in and TAP the screen. I need you guys to share this live. This is the type of live that people need to wake up to. All right. This is the type of information. All right. So when you are transforming yourself, we need to consider your beliefs. What are your beliefs? What do you currently believe the world that is true about the world? Right. Do you believe that the world is out to get you? Do you believe that a lot of people are nice? Right. Do you believe that it's hard to get rich? What are your beliefs? Do you believe good things? Do you believe good things don't happen to people like you? Right? What are the beliefs that you are carrying with yourself throughout this lifetime? Those beliefs are what you want to take a look at because that's going to determine the 3D that you get to experience. I'm recapping last class so that we can go into today's lesson, okay? So before I erase this, just pay attention really quickly. I'm going through these. Okay? So you're coded. You first want to pay attention to your belief codes. What else do you want to pay attention to? Let's get some shares on the board. On the board. Emotional codes. What are the emotions that you are feeling on an everyday basis, right? What emotions, what are your dominant emotions? When you wake up, are you naturally happy? Are you naturally depressed? Are you naturally anxious? Are you naturally overthinking? Are you naturally down? These feelings are important, right? When you want to transform your life, you have to take all of these things into consideration. All right. Why? Because these things, these are codes. These codes speak to the universe. And the reason why you see here in the 3D that you see specifically, it is because of your coding. So if you don't like the 3D that you're seeing, baby, we need to change your coding. Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. All right. Some of you guys are on YouTube. Some of you guys are on TikTok. Okay. The replay will be available. All right. I need your attention and I need you guys to be showing out on the live. All right. So your belief codes, you want to make sure you are in alignment. You believe, okay, the things that you are wanting to manifest are possible for you. You have to feel that it is possible, right? If you don't feel like certain things are possible for you, you're never going to see it in your reality. All right. Emotional codes. What's your dominant emotion? Because that emotion holds a frequency, and that frequency is being communicated to the universe. The universe then reflects back to you, okay, what you are giving it. Okay. So again, if you don't like what you see in the 3D, let's shift your coding. All right. What about identity codes? Okay. Who do you believe yourself to be? Okay. Who do you believe yourself to be? When you say I am, what's behind that I am? That whatever's behind that I am will determine again the 3D that you get to experience. Okay. Is this making sense thus far? I'm going to get to today's lesson, but before I erase this was from last class. I wanted to just recap really quickly because this is very important and it all ties into, our lesson anyway. All right. So the identity that you are holding on to, right? Do you believe that I am depressed? If you believe I am depressed, if that's an identity trait that you are claiming, baby, you're going to continue to see depression in your 3D. If you say I am sickly, right? You will continue to see sickness in your 3D. If you say, I am successful, you will continue to see success in your 3D. Is this making sense to you? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you guys are processing what I'm saying. Okay. Let me know. Let me know. Because if you're not, you need to let me know. Thank you, Coco. Thank you, Tip Terrell. Thank you, is it Daphne? Daphne. I want to say Daphne, but okay. Thank you guys. Thank you. We need some shares on the board. We need to push this message. This is the information that people need to wake up to. Okay. Yes, the replay will be available on. All right. Okay. What else do you need to consider when you are wanting to transform your lives? Change the 3D. Okay. Listen, when we want to change our 3D, I want you guys to understand it's the frequency game we're playing. All of these things hold a frequency, right? All of these things that I'm mentioning holds a frequency. All right. So the reason why you're not seeing the success that you want in your life is because of the frequency that you are holding on an everyday basis. Okay. What is the vibration? What is the frequency that you are holding, maintaining on an everyday basis? All right. Your ancestral codes, too, is a code that you must consider when you are wanting to transform your life. A lot of us have ancestral work that we are here to clear up. Right. And so you got to know what's going on within your bloodline, because that too may be things that you have to address and transmute here in this reality. Okay. But if you're not paying attention, you're going to miss it. Okay. You're going to miss it. All right. What else do you need to consider when you are transforming your life? You are coded. These are your codes. Consider all of these things when you're not seeing the 3D that you want. All right. Your nervous system coding. We know right now that your nervous system has to feel safe with the 3D that you are wanting to manifest and attract to you. How are you going to attract wealth to you if you don't feel safe with wealth? If you've never been conditioned with wealth? If every time you look in your bank account, you feel lack, that is telling you your nervous system is not trained, conditioned to handle wealth at this moment in time. Okay, if you are trying to manifest love in your life, and every single time you think about love, you feel anxious, you feel sad, you feel down, you feel scared, right? Then that's telling you your nervous system is not ready to attract that love, that healthy relationship that you want. First goal is 16K, baby. I need y'all to show out. Okay, this is the type of love that people need to wake up to. I need your support. That way I can stay in the flow of my teachings. I don't want to have to keep stopping every 5 minutes just to tell y'all to show out. You feel me? Okay. All right. Don't nobody want to do that. All right. So if you are here gaining any type of knowledge, make sure you are reciprocating that energy and not just absorbing. All right. Okay. What's the next thing you should consider? Chakras and meridians. Y'all know I've been going hard teaching you guys over and over and over again. Like I teach y'all the mindset over and over and over again. I teach you the mind mastery. I teach you healing over and over again. I teach you how to manifest over and over again. Right? Your chakras and your meridians are communicating to the universe specific information. If your chakras are out of balance, baby, you in trouble. You see, all right, you can try and affirm, I am ready for love. I am rich. I am healthy, all you want to, but if you don't take care of those chakras and the meridians and balance it out, have proper energy flow within your being, you're not going to see the 3D that you want. Why? Because your chakras are energy centers that go down the middle of your body. They're energy centers, energy portals, right? And your meridians are like energetic highways, right? They flow like your veins. They sort of flow throughout the body, right? So they're energetic highways, and we got the energy portals. So here, centers here. And so you want proper energy flow. You need to make sure that that energy is flowing properly. Otherwise, if it's stagnant, if it's stuck, if there's any distortions there, you're going to see dis-ease. You're going to see misalignment. You're going to see a 3D that you want. You're going to see mental health issues. Okay. Is this making sense? Give me a thumbs up. I'm letting you know, okay, that your chakras and your meridians are connected to your organs. It's connected to your mental health. It's connected to the 3D that you get to see. All right. The mental illness that you experience. So this is why it's important, okay, that we have balanced chakras and clear meridians. Okay. All right. Okay, so the last one is trauma codes. Okay, you're just like a computer. You are coded. You're just like that phone that you hold in your hand. You are coded, right? So when you open up your phone, when you boot it up, you only see on that phone whatever you programmed it with. What did you download? Thank you so much. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you so much. Okay, what did you download on that phone? Because whatever you downloaded on the phone will be what you see. You're not going to see an app that you never downloaded. Okay, that's not going to happen. All right, so we need to know that the trauma that is stored in your auras, that's going to be showing up if you don't heal it. Oh, yeah. See, your traumas play a part in the 3D that you get to experience. Okay, I'm recapping last class so we can step into today's class. Okay, before I erased it, I wanted to catch all up. Okay, if you didn't heal the trauma around that lack mindset, if you didn't heal the poverty, if you didn't heal being neglected, if you didn't heal the relationship that you have with your parents, if you didn't heal the being cheated on, lied to, hurt, if you didn't heal these things, right? They're still programmed into you. You're still programmed. And you will continue to see the world through the lens of that programmed person. So it is up to you. Oh, I've never seen that. That was so cute. What was that? A teddy bear? Okay. All right. Jam, I love you. I love you so much. I love you so much. Let me pin you, baby. Okay. I ain't talking religion here. Okay. This ain't a religious live. Okay. If you're looking for a religious live, you gotta scroll. Okay, because this ain't that. We're talking about chakras. We're talking about your mindset. We're talking about transforming your life. Okay. There's a lot of people that's in church. They ain't healed, baby. They got a crazy mindset going on. Not their fault. They're dealing with a lot of trauma. There's a lot of people that are religious, but they're still suffering with anxiety and depression and overthinking and things like that. That's who I'm talking to. Okay. But if you want to talk the Bible and religion, you got to go to another live. Okay, baby. All right. So here, okay, I'm about to erase this. Take your screenshot. You are coded. You are programmed just like computers, just like telephones. Hey, Alicia. Hey, girl. Just like the tablets, okay? And you're not going to see anything on your phone that you did not receive, that you did not download, that you did not put there. This is why we're all what? Coexisting, but living different lives. My neighbor over there is living a completely different life than me. How? We're coexisting here on earth. Why? Because they're coded different. They're coded different. They've gone through different traumas than me. Their chakras may be a little different from mine. There may be a little bit more balanced than me. I doubt it because I keep mine balanced, baby. You better believe it. Right? Okay. What about their nervous system? Their nervous system may be conditioned a little differently than mine. So because we're all coded differently, we will all experience this reality different. Okay. Don't let nobody tell you that ain't true. Okay. The sooner you learn how to play this game, the sooner you can win. The sooner you learn how to play this game, the sooner you can win. You understand? All right. Okay, so now I'm about to erase this and we're getting into today's class. So we're talking about calibrating how to teach your mind, right? To learn your new reality, learn that new identity so that you're not wibbly wobbly, you're not self-sabotaging, so that you're able to truly shift into the new reality that you desire. Some of you guys want true love. Some of you guys want a new lifestyle. Some of you guys want ideal health, abundance. You're not going to get it if you do not train your mind, train your body to accept this as your norm. Okay. All right. And so these codes, these will, of course, help you with transforming your life. All right. So you got your screenshots. Give me a thumbs up because I'm going to erase this. Do you have your screenshots? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. Make sure you guys take a screenshot here. We'll be there. Free masterclass. Okay. That way I can talk and say whatever I want if you want to join. If you joined before, of course you can come. You know we always have fun. Gives you guys the opportunity to check to actually ask me the questions. Okay. Let me make this bigger. Sorry. Okay. All right. So here today we're going to be talking about calibrating, right? So your mind doesn't manifest what you want, right? I've been telling you guys this. It doesn't manifest what you want. It manifests what you're calibrated for. What do I mean by that? Again, you can wish, oh my gosh, I wish I was a lottery winner. Oh my gosh, I wish I won the jackpot. Oh my gosh, right? You can wish that all you want to. Let me put that straight. You can wish that all you want to. You can think it, you can affirm it. But is your 3D going to shift just because you're wishing that? No, right? So, for instance, when I first started learning about manifestation 16 years ago, right? I was affirming, I am rich. 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 Baby, about 50,000 times a day. Okay. Because I just wanted that bank account to change. That's it. Why didn't my bank account change? Why didn't my bank account change? Okay. Because it doesn't matter what you just say or affirm. Your affirmation holds a frequency, right? It holds a vibration, yes. But my nervous system, my body, what I was calibrated for was lack, right? It was lack. I had been conditioned with lack, that only rich people do this, or it's hard to make money, or I can't afford these things. I used to hear my parents saying, I can't afford this, I can't afford this, right? So that was conditioned into me. So I grew up, right? Thinking, believing, feeling like I cannot have the true desires of my heart, right? Okay. Because what? Okay. Because what? My nervous system had been told over and over and over again, programmed, coded, okay, with that lack. And so until you go in and override that conditioning, you're going to continue to live life through that limiting lens. Okay. That is how this game is played. They don't teach you this. And this is why we are all trying to sitting up here struggling. We like, what's going on? How come I can't produce that amazing relationship? How come I can't get healthy? How come I can't see the financial abundance that I want? What's going on? Right? Okay. So again, your mind doesn't manifest what you want, it manifests what you're calibrated for. Okay. So whatever feels normal to your brain, that is what's going to become your identity. Whatever feels normal to your brain, okay? Whatever feels comfortable, all right? And so we need to know that there's a science, okay, to becoming your next identity. There's actually a science to it, right? Okay? And so it's not just thinking it, but teaching your brain to accept it as the norm and as your new reality, okay? So I call this the calibration curve. Let me write this up here. Okay, calibration. Put this in the comments. It's just a way, a concept. That's all. Okay, calibration curve. Okay, so the calibration curve is. Let me get my different color markers. Y'all know equals. Okay, calibration curve. Let me put an equal sign here. Calibration curve equals. Okay, time. Okay, let me get my different color markers. Plus repetition. Okay. Plus emotional intensity. Okay. Okay. So time plus repetition. Okay. And emotional intensity. Okay. All right. That equals your calibration curve. We're talking about calibrating your body, your mind, okay, to accept the new reality, the new identity that you want to program there. Okay. So this is required for your brain. and the nervous system to accept it as the norm, as safe, right? Okay. You're overriding your old conditioning. You're overriding that old autopilotness. Okay. We're not on autopilot anymore. Okay. So it's the journey from, oh, this feels unfamiliar. It's the journey from, this feels possible. Okay. This feels normal. This feels inevitable. Okay. So you're going from, this feels unfamiliar to, this is inevitable. Okay. This feels unfamiliar to, this feeling inevitable. Okay. And so the curve, and I always say there's a gap. The gap between your old, can y'all see this? I probably need to draw it up here. Hold on. Man. Okay. There's going to be a gap between the old you and the new you, right? Okay. There's going to be a gap. This is the new you in the realm that you want to be in, living the lifestyle that you want. And here you are right here, right now. Right? Okay. People typically give up in this in between time. All right. That's what we're talking about. Why are you not able to achieve the goals? Why are you not seeing the success that you want? Right? Okay. So we know that. Okay. This is the shift. Identity shift. I'll put right there. Okay. That's the identity shifting. Okay. So this curve is why some manifestations take longer than others. Some of you guys are like, I don't know why. I've been trying to manifest a healthy relationship for 5 years, right? I've been trying to manifest a healthy relationship for 5 years, and I still don't see my person, right? Some people, this curve is why some people self-sabotage, right? Okay, that's self-sabotage. I'll talk about that. Not really fully overriding the old identity will cause you to self-sabotage. Okay, I need you guys showing out in the live, baby. Okay, next goal is 33K. Let's do it. Okay, this curve is why manifestations don't stick. You ever manifested something and then lost it? And you're like, oh my God, why can't I ever keep my manifestations? Oh, yeah. Okay. This curve is why new habits never fully integrate. You'll start something, but you never finish it. Or you'll start off good, but you get back off track. All right. So that's what we're talking about. All right. So you're trying to jump to the top of the curve without stabilizing the frequency. Okay. So I also call it quantum surfing. Right? When you just tapping, you're just jumping into timelines. Okay. But you always reverting back to who you are. Okay. An example of this I give is like someone who sits in a meeting with millionaires, right? Okay. They work the corporate job and they go to lunch with their bosses and their bosses' bosses, and it's 10 millionaires in there, but they broke. Okay. So they held the abundance, that frequency, long enough to be sitting in a lunch with 5, 10 millionaires. But guess what? They go back home and what? They broke, right? Or nothing shifts in them to put them on track to them to being a millionaire. Okay, so what is happening there? We can always manipulate energy temporarily. We all do. Okay, you want to, you meet somebody new relationship. When you meet them, oh, everything is great, baby. They got time for you, baby. They got the whole world for you. All is good. But 2 weeks go by, 3 weeks go by, shit start to shift. Oh, they ain't got no time. Oh, they got to work here. Oh, they got to do this. Things shift, right? What is that? Okay. So they tap in to the frequency, the timeline of feeling love, being happy, content. Okay. Feeling that comfort, feeling that ease long enough to attract a partner. But see, you're always going to revert back to your dominant frequency. Who you are truly will always show. This is why anytime you meet somebody new, baby, give it 30 days. You'll always end up meeting the real them. Okay? The real them. Okay? Same thing with the abundance. Okay? Same thing with the health. All right? You got to understand it's the whole point, the whole key to shifting and keeping it is being able to hold the frequency long enough for the 3D to start to shift. Okay, if you just tapping into different frequency, different timelines, your 3D isn't going to shift. You will have an experience, but your 3D will not shift. Okay, all right. So we want our results to stick. We want our manifestations to not take forever and a day. We want to be in divine alignment with ease. Okay. So that takes us understanding that the mind and the body must be conditioned to feel safe with whatever it is that we desire. Okay. Why? Because you are the paintbrush. What do I say? It is you. You are the paintbrush. You are the typewriter. You are the pen. You are the paper. You are the sculpt. You are the clay that the artist sculpts. It is you. You are the tool. So you are to use your body, okay, to be in divine alignment with that which you desire. And if you cannot, on a frequency level, shift yourself, okay, and maintain the vibration, you will never see, okay, you would never see the true desires of your heart, okay? All right. Yes, Yoda. Yes. I had Numtuck, it's in my video. I had him make this for me. But yes, the Sri Yantra is actually in my logo as well. It's in my logo. Yes, you noticed. Okay, so let's get back to this. So we're going to now show you, I'm going to show you how the brain resists those new realities. Okay. All right. And remember, okay, I always say this is a frequency game. It's not a time game, because what is time, right? But we're saying time because that's what people need to hear, right? They need to hear, okay, listen, if it don't happen right away, okay, that means that you need to spend more time embodying the version of the person who already has that which you desire. So time, all right? But it really is a frequency game, guys, okay? This gap right here is a frequency gap, okay? Repetition. You can be programmed 3 ways. You are programmed 3 ways: through repetition, through trauma, and through super exciting experiences. Okay. So it is the repetition of you hearing your parents, I can't afford it. We were talking about abundance. Just imagine we were talking about creating financial stability in our lives. Repetition, the first way to get programmed. If you constantly hear your parents say, I can't afford this, that's too much. Don't ask me for that. I can't afford this. I can't afford this. Eventually you become to understand, dang, I can't ask my parents for this. They're not gonna have it, right? Okay, or I can't afford this. My family can't afford certain things. It doesn't take that long. All right. 2, the second way is through trauma. If we were talking about financial stability, how can you be programmed with lack? Okay, through trauma. Say you are 10 years old, your parents lose their home. They lost everything. And now you guys are struggling. You're in a shelter, etc. So your life changed the moment that fire happened, right? They lost their home or whatever. So that is traumatic for a child. And just in that moment, your whole life will shift. Okay, then you'll be programmed with, oh my gosh, I can't have my basic needs met. Oh my gosh, I always got to struggle. I got to struggle. Okay, so that's a traumatic example. Okay, all right, is this making sense? Okay, I told you there's 3 ways to be programmed: trauma, through repetition, and super exciting experiences. If we were talking about financial stability, how could you be programmed through a super exciting experience? If you won the lottery. If you won the lottery. It only takes one time through trauma and super exciting experiences. You don't need to win the lottery over and over and over again for you to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm a lucky individual. That's a program. Okay. You're programmed with, oh my gosh, I'm a lucky individual because I won the lottery one time. Okay. One-time trauma. Oh my gosh, my parents lost their home. We got to struggle. I don't have the things that I need. One time. Your house doesn't, you ain't got to lose your house over and over and over and over and over again. No. One time. Okay. For it to instantly shift something in you to lack. Okay. And also repetition. Now that needs to happen over and over again, because it won't be attached to well, it could be attached to trauma, but it won't be attached to trauma. It'll just be attached to, so for instance, if you're a little girl, go to the store, 3 years old, mama, can I have this? No, I can't afford that. Okay. You go back to the store with mama. Okay. You're 4 years old. Mama, can I have that? No, I can't afford that. Stop asking me for things. Keep your hands to yourself. Third time you go to the store, mama, can I have this? No, I've told you. Do not ask me for anything. Keep your hands off of this. We are in here for one thing. Okay. Now that third time, okay, she didn't heard it one time. She didn't heard it twice. She didn't heard it third. She didn't know nothing about no bills. But now her hearing this over and over and over again, the fourth time they go into that store, baby, guess what? Guess what she's not going to do? She's not going to ask for anything. That's the moment she's programmed. Okay. So with repetition, it takes more than one time. Okay. Because it's these little instances that's really affecting you. It's building up. Okay. All right. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. Now, repetition, emotional intensity. This is so crucial to, okay, producing the 3D that you want. It's so crucial, right? Because think about it like this. You want to call in abundance into your reality. But every time you look into your bank account, you tighten up. You get anxious. You start worrying, okay? That vibration of your nervous system, that is way more dominant than the affirmation that's going to come out of my mouth. Okay. This is why my manifestations were not, my bank account wasn't shifting 15 years ago when I started learning about manifestation. Okay. Because my affirmations of I am ready for abundance, I am worthy of it, that did not, it wasn't matching what internally my body had been used to. Okay. And so the nervous system's vibration frequency is more dominant than that affirmation. Okay. Yes, it is, Karina. That's why awareness is key. Okay. All right. Take your screenshot. All right. And so we need to understand that the brain actually hates uncertainty. Okay. The amygdala. Sorry, I always get twisted up with that word. But the amygdala interprets any new experience. Okay. Any new experience. Listen up. We're talking about the brain. Okay. The amygdala records. Okay. It's recording. Okay. And it's going to interpret any experience that you have, good, okay, bad, okay, and it can interpret it as a potential threat because it's new, okay, it's unknown, you're not accustomed to it, right? This is why it's so important that we are building those new neural pathways, right? Because your brain prefers familiarity. Okay. A lot of people, you'll get asked, hey, you want to go and try this? And you're like, oh, I don't know. You may get a little anxious inside because you just don't know what to expect. A lot of my clients, they'll be like, I don't know. I'm nervous. I don't know. It could be excitement too. How do you want to perceive it? Right. Okay. How do you want to perceive it? Okay. But I want to let you know the brain loves familiarity. Okay. So when those neural pathways are recognizing, right? Hey,
are you talking in Spanish?
I'm not talking in Spanish.
Are you going to go outside and drink by yourself? Are you going to go into the bathroom and I say, I'm Hana Tweenie?
You are so silly. Look at my silly baby. I love you. Am I speaking English? What in the world? Okay, so the neurons are gonna what? They're gonna fire. Okay, they're going to fire in those patterns. That's what we want. Okay, old identities have strong pathways, and those new identities, they have weak pathways until it's repeated. Okay, until it's repeated. And remember, you want that repetition so that you can what? Be on autopilot. Your body will accept these new experiences as safe. This is how people will self-sabotage a beautiful relationship. I told you that the amygdala does not care if the experience is a good one. If it is brand new, it can be considered not safe. So you may be conditioned with being hurt in love, right? Okay, everybody's hurt you in the past. So now you meet someone who is a great person, but you're gonna fear it, right? You're not used to being spoiled. You're not used to being listened to and heard, right? You're not used to that. So you may run, self-sabotage that whole relationship before you have the opportunity, all right? Okay, to actually enjoy the experience. How many of you guys know what I'm talking about? Who here has self-sabotaged a beautiful relationship? No, I don't have Instagram, but I have a okay, I'm on the tube. All right, I'm on the tube. How many of you guys have self-sabotaged healthy relationships? I know I have in the past. Thank goodness, because then I wouldn't have been able to meet my husband. Okay, but it is what it is. Okay. Okay, same name here, baby. Same name here. Okay, everything is organized in my what. Okay, make sure you guys get a screenshot of this. We're going to be in the masterclass. Yes, it's okay. We're going to be in the masterclass today at 12:15 Eastern. That's in an hour and 15 minutes. Okay, get that screenshot so that you can register, and then it's going to email you the, okay? All right? Give me a thumbs up once you get your screenshot. Give me a thumbs up once you get your screenshot. Let me see the people that's going to be up in there, okay? Yes, if you've been before, you can come again, okay? Y'all know we have fun up in there. Oh, Alicia, I'm going to see you in there, girl. This way y'all get to ask the questions, okay? We got time today, baby. I got time today. All right. So we want the neurons to have those new identity, those new pathways, but we need to be repeatedly, right, showing, okay, the neurons that, hey, this is the norm. Let me give you an example. If you are someone who wants to manifest true love, but in the past you have been hurt, let down, lied to, etc. When you want to create true love in your life, first of all, pick your goal. Who do you want to be? What type of partner do you want to be? Because that's your identity. We're going to focus on that identity, right? Now, I tell the people that I mentor, now I need you to go out and I need you to find someone who resembles you, right? And I need you to show your brain. We're going to get into the reticular activating system. Going to show your brain that, hey, yes, this does exist. Yes, true love exists. See, people can be together for years and years. I want you to see elderly couples that's been there. Okay, 20 years, 30 years, talk to them. Yes, we went through things. Yes, we worked it out. Yes, true love is possible. I need for you to tell and show your brain, okay, that this is safe. This is possible. This is feasible for you. Does this make sense to you? So when I'm telling you, okay, the repetition is what your brain needs in order to accept your new reality as safe, then these are ways that you can do it. Don't go out there and be watching Real Housewives, baby, when you're trying to manifest true love. Okay, you going against the grain. Does this make sense? Do not go out there and be watching no Real Housewives of any city if you're trying to manifest true love. You feel me? Okay? All right? Oh, no. You see, remember this. That repetition of you seeing those people getting cheated on, lied to, hurt over and over again. Those people acting stupid as hell, fighting. Those people acting the way. You see, it's the repetition of you seeing that that's going to train your body to what? Believe that that is your truth. You see, you must be mindful of all that you consume, baby. The music, the shows, the books you read. All right? Everybody like a little entertainment, but you better be careful what you are repeatedly, okay, allowing your body, your mind to accept. And if it's traumatic, it only takes one time. So you watching that show and you crying because you feeling some type of way about what you watching. About what you watching, baby, you're going to be in trouble. Because now your body has accepted that as trauma for you. Why you think you're crying? Why do you think you are crying? You understand? Okay? Is this making sense? Give me a thumbs up. Right? You better be mindful of the things that you consume. Okay? All the days of your life. All right? Okay. So if you believe money is hard, okay, the reticular activating system is going to do what? It's going to filter out opportunities that contradict your belief. Okay? It's going to filter out opportunities that contradict your belief. This is why when I started, I had belief codes up there, because your beliefs are what plays a part in the 3D that you get to experience. Okay? All right? So the nervous system is going to control the embodiment that you have. Remember, it's the identity. You got to embody the identity of already having that which you desire. You want abundance, but you have to embody being the person who has it. But your nervous system, okay, your nervous system is what is controlling that embodiment. It's all tied together, baby. So we got to do what? We have to train the nervous system to feel safe. If your nervous system doesn't feel safe receiving or being seen or having money or being loved, it's going to block out that new reality. I don't care how long, I don't care how many years you are affirming anything. If you aren't embodying it, because this is a frequency game, you ain't going to see it. Okay? You're not going to see it. Is this making sense to you? Give me a thumbs up. Absolutely. Absolutely, Anita. Anita's got it. Anita Faith has got it, girl. You got it, girl. You can see Anita, she's on and she said in the comments, she said, let me read her comment. She said, you have to ignore that when you think what's happening and affirm and believe the opposite of that negative experience. Absolutely. Right? So here you are, right? You want to get from here to here. But all you've been conditioned with is lack thus far. That's what you're seeing in your 3D right now. So as a master manifester, okay? And if you don't know how to manifest, you need to raise your hand, because I'm going to teach you how to manifest before I get off this live. Because we all need to know how to manifest, right? But, okay, when you are manifesting your new reality, right? As a super duper master manifester, when I'm manifesting, I see this 3D, but baby, I'm not a reactor to the 3D. I create the 3D. You understand? I'm the creator of the experience I get to have. So why would I be reacting to it as if I am powerless? If anything, it is feedback for me. This is what's going to help me continue to tweak the 3D that I want to see, if anything. But it's definitely not, okay, going to be me reacting. Oh, I'm doing all the things that I need to be doing, and I'm looking at the 3D. Oh, this isn't working. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. Okay? So whatever you see in the 3D, you are in charge. You talk to it. Say, oh, no, I know this is just my old chapter coming to an end, baby. Obviously. Obviously. Okay? You understand? Okay? So, What else do I want to know before I erase this? What else? What else? Manifestation only sticks when the new reality becomes familiar, becomes safe, becomes emotionally neutral, and becomes expected. Okay. All right. Let me repeat that. Okay. Manifestation only sticks when the new reality becomes familiar, safe, emotionally neutral, and expected. Right? If it feels overwhelming, if it feels dangerous, if it feels undeserved, okay, if it feels too fast, all right, the mind is going to reject the new reality. And that's when you revert back to that old timeline. Okay. And a lot of us revert back to the old timeline over and over and over again. And you're like, what is going on? I'm not seeing my 3D shift like I need it to shift. If that's you, give me a thumbs up. Let me see who is struggling with that. If you self-sabotage, give me a thumbs up. Let me see who's in here just so I know what you guys are dealing with. And remember, on here, 12:15. So how much? In an hour, in 1 hour. We're gonna be on. And you guys can unmute and ask the questions. Okay. All right. Let me see what you guys are saying in the comments. Okay. So I see some thumbs up. Yeah. And we're all a work in progress, right? We're all going to be working on ourselves, healing ourselves. Ain't nobody perfect until the day that we croak, right? We're all in this together. All right. Okay. So first we got to understand there must be a disruption here. Some of you guys are here because you're like, you know what? I'm ready to shift my life. I'm ready to change my lifestyle. I want better health. I want better love. I want better abundance. Okay. So you got to disrupt what's going on now. Right? Okay. The old identity is uncomfortable. How many of you guys are right there right now where you're like, oh my gosh, I need to transform? It's something about your life that you're ready to transform. Okay. Raise your hand if that's you. See, this is why I don't mentor people who ain't ready. You know when people ready. You know when people ready, baby, because you ain't got to drag them along. If I got to drag you along for your own transformation, you are not ready. If I got to run up behind you, you ain't ready. You ain't ready, right? But you know when someone's ready. You know when someone is ready to change. Like, you ever seen somebody in a toxic ass relationship? Been there, done that. So I could talk about you because I've been there. Okay. Almost 10 damn years of my life. Okay. So when I'm talking about you, it's because I didn't probably did it. Okay. So this is a safe space here. Ain't no judgment here. That's for sure. But when I was in that relationship, you couldn't pay me to get up out of it. It was toxic. I ain't putting no blame on nobody. Both of us together. Toxic as hell. It was toxic. Right? Why do people stay in those relationships? See, I wasn't ready to get out of it till I was ready to get out of it. People was telling me, oh, are you sure you want to be in this? Are you sure this is good for you? Are you sure this is the right one? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to work it out. Yeah, I'll give 1,000 times for my family. Yeah. You see, but it wasn't until I truly was ready. Only then was my 3D able to shift. Not a second sooner. Not a second sooner. You hear me? I see it all the time. And you won't understand it. You can't understand. You're like, damn, they really up in this toxic relationship. They really letting somebody do this to them. They really, they really staying at that job where they don't get paid. They're really da. You don't understand it. You can see it from the outside, can't you? We can always see other people's shit. Truth, though. You see? Okay? So there's a disruption that must take place. Right? A disruption. If you know what I'm talking about, give me a thumbs up. Okay? Breakdowns. A lot of y'all be mad because your relationship ending, but you know damn well that ain't the partner for you. You know it. Let it go. Be grateful that the divine is trying to move things for you. Why you care whether or not the person broke up with you? Let their ass go. The divine is trying to help you get to the love that you truly want and desire. but you holding on. Been there, done that, so I can talk about you. Okay. Okay. Endings. You get fired from a job. I've been laid off before. Thought my world ended. I identified so much with that damn job title they gave me. It was like a piece of me was just leaving me. You understand? But yet, how I'm here right now. I had to go through my journey. I'm here right now. I wouldn't want to be working for. I ain't working for no damn body ever again if I can help it. Except for my clients. I work for y'all. Y'all my bosses. But otherwise, hello. You feel me? Okay. So you have to go through some disruptions, some interruptions, some breakdowns. Okay. That's how you get to the good stuff. That's how you keep evolving. But if you're too afraid, you're going to stay in those loops. You're going to stay in those life cycles. Does this make sense to you? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you're processing what I'm saying. Okay. All right. Let me know if you're processing what I'm saying. This game ain't rocket science. This is your life, but it ain't rocket science. You just got to know how to play. Okay. Okay. What else are you going to experience? Resistance. Okay. Resistance. Right. You think you're feeling blocked. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm blocked. Right. I'm not able to truly get what it is. Your brain is looking for that familiarity. See, when you stop getting so emotional about the results right here in the 3D that you're seeing or not seeing, when you are able to stop being so emotional and look at things for what they are, truly are, that's when your life starts to change. Okay? Because you will understand that the neurons, okay, they just want to feel comfort. They just want to feel like this is the norm. Like I can recognize this. And the more and more you program those pathways with that familiarity, the better. Okay? All right? Because the brain is looking for that familiarity so that you can be on autopilot. A lot of you guys right now, you're on autopilot. You wake up at the same damn time. You do the same damn things every day. You go to work the same route. You eat the same foods. You talk to the same people. You get off at the same time. You go and do the same thing with the kids. You come home. Everything is you on autopilot. So disruption. Got to disrupt it. Right? Got to disrupt it. Okay? But if you are feeling blocked, the signs are self-sabotage, procrastination. Some of you guys are like, I know what I'm supposed to do, but I ain't doing it. Why? Why do you have that procrastination? Okay. Right. Nervous system. When your nervous system starts acting crazy, panic attacks, things like that, then you know, right, that these are signs that your body needs to more experiences to feel familiar. Basically, it's like, no, I understand what you're doing here. Your brain is like, okay, you're trying to recondition me, but I need more more examples. I need more conditioning. I need you to show me more proof of this. Okay. That is what ends up happening. You got to understand that and take the emotions out of it. Okay. Okay. When you're doubting and you're overthinking, that's a sign that your brain has not yet accepted the manifestation that you are wanting to produce. Okay. Right. So now, then we move into adjustment. Adjusting. Okay. So this is where the mind begins to form those new neural pathways, right? Okay. Because you're going to adjust here, right? And so the nervous system is going to be more comfortable, right? Okay. When you start showing proof, hey, this is an example of what I want. This is possible. Okay. Here go my signs right here. Divine alignment. I have two vultures right here in my cul-de-sac. Hello. Okay. But those are my signs for me. I'm always looking. Sorry, I just got sidetracked because I like to tell you guys when I'm literally how I manifest in real time. I use signs from the divine every single day. My ancestors, my spirit guides, and the divine. Every single day, I'm looking for signs. Okay, and they communicate with me to help guide me. Okay, they help me through vultures, birds, have other signs. I won't mention them all. But and so I look for communication throughout my day, awareness. Make sure that you guys are aware every single day, paying attention to right now, because the divine is leading and guiding us every single second. Creation is happening now in the present. It ain't happening in the past. It ain't happening in the future. It's happening like right now. Okay. Okay, let me get off of that. Okay, but that's an example of a synchronicity. Okay, they sent me those two vultures, right? That's a synchronicity that I'm experiencing right now. Divine alignment. Okay, that is right now. That would be my clue that okay, I'm on the right track. Okay, that would be my clues right there. I'm on the right track. I'm talking to you guys and giving you guys information that you need. Okay. So when you are in divine alignment, when you are experiencing synchronicities, having these small wins here and there, right? Feeling these slight internal shifts, okay, along the way. And when you know you're experiencing less fear, then you know you're on the right track. Okay. Then you know you are on the right track. Okay. You know that you're helping the brain form those new neural pathways. Okay. All right. It's the comfort. How does your nervous system feel? Okay. That's a big sign, a big clue. All right. And now we want to stabilize. Now that we've adjusted, we want to stabilize. Remember, it's about holding and maintaining the vibration. You got to maintain it. Okay. The new identity, we want that to be our default. When you wake up, you want to be on autopilot with that. When you open your bank account, you want to see your norm. You want that to be a new norm. You don't want, and you can start out gradually. I know I've done this before. Okay, if you're used to right now, $100 being in your bank account, right? And that's about as much as you can normally see. Like, okay, on a regular basis, you'll have at least $100 in there, right? At some point, when you're trying to shift into abundance, a new identity, you may say, okay, universe, my new norm is $1,000. I don't want less than $1,000 in my bank account at any given time. Okay, any given time, right? So you know that that's going to be your new norm. Okay. So then you go out and train the brain to accept this as your new norm through repetition. Okay. Teaching the brain through the neural pathways. All it needs is repetition. Okay. To feel comfortable, get your emotions about it. To feel comfortable. Okay. To retrain the nervous system, you have to show it. Okay. Over and over and over again so that it can accept it as truth. Okay. All right. And so you respond differently without effort when this happens, when you are stabilized. You respond without effort. Right. And so this is where your manifestation becomes the norm. Period. Okay. All right. Make sure you guys are taking a screenshot. We're going to be there at 12:15, baby. 12:15. Okay. All right, y'all don't want to miss it. It's a free masterclass. So what we're doing in there today, I'm going to do Q&A, but then we're also going to, I'm going to align your chakras, baby. All right. Okay, we're going to align the chakras. So I'll play the chakra frequencies. I'll go down through them. All right. And so make sure you are aligned, at least for today, until you get out of alignment. Okay. Being in alignment with your chakras is very important to the 3D that you want to produce. You have to be in divine alignment with all that you desire. You feel me? That's the only way that you can produce it in your 3D. Oh, me too, Nani. Okay, we're in alignment, girl. We are in alignment. Okay. So people misinterpret resistance as a sign they're doing something wrong, when it's actually a sign that you're doing something right. When you feel, okay, the feeling of stuck, right? That's your brain trying to say, listen, I know you're trying to condition me with something new. I need you to give me more. That's all I want you guys to remember. Does this make sense, guys? When you feel the procrastination, I want you to understand your brain just wants to feel comfortable with whatever it is that you are calling into your reality. Okay? Okay? So you don't get out of your feelings and stop thinking, oh, it's not working. It's absolutely working, or else you wouldn't even be feeling that resistance. You wouldn't. The reason why you are feeling that is because you're growing yourself, you're stretching yourself, you're expanding your consciousness. Did you know that this is one of the reasons why babies cry a lot? Little toddlers and kids cry a lot because they're growing so much, they're expanding their neural pathways so much that it hurts. It literally hurts them. It physically can hurt. You know, them learning how to tie their shoe and they get frustrated and start crying, right? Or you know, they're trying to learn how to walk, whatever it is. All right. So you too, you may not bust out crying, maybe you will, but you too will get frustrated. And in your own adult way, you will shut down, you will self-sabotage, you will procrastinate, etc. Is this making sense to you? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, I know y'all ain't just sitting, baby. We need to get to 100K. Okay, if you are receiving any type of enlightenment from this live, any type of gaining any type of information, please reciprocate the energy, baby. Show some love. Okay, okay. This is the type of live that people need to wake up to. All right. And so, again, this gap is where people get caught up. Okay. And again, you just need to stay focused on the goal. Do not give up until you've achieved the goal, period. I mean, just really do not give up, right? Know that things are working behind the scenes for you. Okay. I know that I always talk about and it goes for a lot of things, right? A lot of things. Before I met my husband, you got to go there in the mind first. I had to create the identity of being a wife first. That's what I did. Okay. And so when I went there first in the mind, okay, and created this new identity, the 3D then needed to catch up. So I could have gotten discouraged. Oh my gosh, my husband isn't showing up. Oh my gosh, I'm never going to find anybody. But no, what I love most is that even though this isn't a religious live, baby, I most certainly commune with the divine every single day. Every single day. I lean on the divine. I utilize faith. Okay? I don't just believe in the divine. I utilize faith in the divine. When you utilize faith, having faith in the divine, there's a difference. Okay? There's a difference. Okay? Okay? But when you utilize faith, that allows for you to stop stressing. Who here is going to stress when you know the divine has your back? I want to know. Who here is going to have anxiety when you know the divine got your back? I want to know. And so if you telling me you anxious, you stressed, you depressed, you overthinking, you fearful, I know already you ain't utilizing faith. And that's a problem. That is a problem. Okay. We are to trust in the divine all the days of our lives. Okay. All the days of our lives. You are to commune with the divine. Who's going to do it better than you? The divine within. Okay. Right. And we also know that we are co-creating here. Co-creating here with the divine. Right? I didn't make the sun, the moon, the stars, the trees. I didn't do that, and neither did you. So we all are going to agree that we're co-creating. So when I was manifesting my husband and my reality of being a wife in my mind, the divine went and maneuvered things in the 3D. align things, move people, places, and things around for me. You see. Okay. And so it was divine timing that allowed for me to meet him. Everything about it was magical. Everything about it. It's been magical ever since. Because I always wanted a fairy tale. That was me, though. You ain't got to pick a fairy tale. I wanted a fairy tale love. And that's exactly what it feels like. Okay. And so I was creating it here in the mind. The divine was moving things around for me. What I was doing was learning lessons in between that gap, learning how to set healthy boundaries, learning my worth, my self-worth. Okay. Putting myself on a pedestal, learning how to love on my damn self. And you see, when I learned how to love on myself, that husband that I attracted to me was a divine reflection of the love that I had for me. The love that I had for myself was being shown to me through my husband. You see, everybody that you interact with is a divine reflection of how you view yourself. Oh, yeah. You see. So if you are not receiving the love that you want, when I was in a toxic relationship, that goes to show you what I thought of self. I was a people pleaser. I wanted everybody else to be happy. I put everybody else's comfort above my own. So I suffered because of that. Over and over and over again. You see. So the love that I had for myself was reflected in that toxic relationship. Does this make sense to you? Give me a thumbs up. Which app do you need? This one. I can't say it, but you typed it in there. Okay. We're going to be on there in 45 minutes, guys. It's a free masterclass. It's free. You got to go. You got to do this. It's going to tell you to register. And when it registers, it emails you. Okay. And that's how you get in. All right. Okay. What else did I need to discuss before I get off of here? I talked about the synchronicities, the small ones. I talked about well, what I really want you to remember is every identity is holding a frequency. And the reason why you're seeing the 3D is because of the frequency that you are holding. And I explained in the beginning your codes, the specific codes that are creating that vibrational blueprint, right? And so when you shift your identity, you shift your frequency. Okay? All right? And your field is going to recalibrate, right? To hold the new change. So when you shift your identity and hold that frequency, okay, everything around you starts to shift. Okay. If you are here and you just tap into this once a week, will your 3D shift? A long time from now, yes, it will. A long time from now, yes, it will. Right? Okay. But if you embody this vibration and hold this frequency of this new identity, this is when things around you will start to look different. Meaning the house, the lifestyle, the relationships, all of that. So don't be surprised when things start breaking down right here. Okay? Don't be surprised. Someone says, how long is this masterclass? As long as y'all, usually it's like an hour, but it depends on how many questions you guys ask. I'm going to be aligning the chakras today. So I'm going to be playing the chakra frequencies to make sure that you guys are in divine alignment before you get off of the Zoom today. But I'm going to be doing Q&A. So I love this. I love doing Q&A with you guys because it gives me the opportunity to really hear where you guys are right now and walk you through whatever you need at this moment in time. Okay. I love live Q&A. Okay. I love live Q&A. Okay. And so we want to remember that there is a process to stabilizing that new frequency in your aura, in your chakras, in your nervous system. All right. And so what are some ways that you can move through that calibration curve faster? Right. So you'll definitely want to be regulating that nervous system on a daily basis, right? Am I right? Of course. What are some ways you can regulate the nervous system? Breath work, grounding. I talk about salt, natural salts, and how they help heal the body, right? So you could do salt baths or salt showers, salt scrubs. You can do, did I say breath work? Yes. You could do frequency, listening to your frequencies. How many on here has gotten scanned by me, gotten a bioscan? How many of you guys have gotten a bioscan from me? Okay. Yes, this is, what did you say about the mermaid? Hey, girl. I see you changed your name. Oh, hey, girl. The chosen one, the chosen alchemist. You couldn't? Did you, are you out of the country? If you're out of the country, guys, say that you're in America. And I don't know why I need to change some setting. Okay. Check that for me. You have the chosen, you checked your email? Send me an email and I'll make sure you get the link. I'll make sure. Okay. Yeah, that's so crazy. Daphne says, I want one. If you come, Daphne, are you coming to this? Okay. Mermaid, have you been listening to your frequencies? Hey, girl, hey. So Mermaid got a bioscan with me. She scanned herself and her little one, Ocean, 4 years old, right? And so that would be about the youngest that I would do. When you get a bioscan, we scan your entire being. You could be anywhere in the world. She's somewhere far from me, okay? I'm on the East Coast in America. She is nowhere near us, okay? I forgot where she was. Not the Netherlands, but she's somewhere like that. But when we scan you, right, it's going to tell us what traumas you are holding on to in your aura that's keeping you from progressing, like those blocks. What are the traumas that's blocking you, right? It's also going to tell us where it's impacting you in your body, right? Where are the traumas being stored on your body, right? And where could it possibly make you ill? Okay. And then we scan your chakras. We want to know, are your chakras operating properly? Okay. Are they overactive? Are they underactive? We need to know. Because why? All of this stuff that I'm mentioning is what is producing the 3D that you're looking at. So that's why it's important that we do your bioscan, right? So in your bioscan bundle, you get your chakra report, your meridians report, 4 trauma reports, and the star of the show is personalized frequencies made for your body. So a lot of you guys are listening to frequencies on like YouTube, right? General frequencies. That's going to be the difference between rapid healing and transformation or the slow road. You're taking a slow route, okay? General frequencies give you general results. Personalized frequencies made for your body, your healing, your transformation, your traumas. This is what will allow for you to become in divine alignment in a matter of seconds, okay? All right. So this is life changing. If you get your bioscan and you listen to your frequencies every single day, you will begin to see, okay, your 3D start to shift, your nervous system start to relax, right? You will see all of those codes being affected, right? All right. Now it's going to be up to you to take care of the ancestral codes and the identity codes, right? But all of those other codes, the BioScan takes care of. Okay? Okay? All right. How did I learn to do what, baby? Email is sent. Okay, honey. Okay, if you want, yes, it is the Netherlands. Okay. I'm like, I don't know if it's the Netherlands. I'll be trying. I have so many clients. Okay, but my special ones, they stand out. I remember my regulars. Okay, I remember my people. Okay. If you need a okay, if you need the bio scan, that is going to be in here. That's going to be here. I need you guys to go here. You will see it. It will be step number 1. Yeah, it'll be step number 1. Okay. And so it's an entire bundle. All right. It's an entire bundle. All right. Who needs an angel cell? If you need an angel cell, because the bundle right now is this. But we just had Black Friday. Who needs an angel cell? The angel cell will bring it to this. So I don't want to do 180, 150. I'll do this. I'll go ahead and do it. Who needs the angel cell? If you do, you better tell me now before I get off so I can lower that price for you, okay? All right. Do you have your screenshot for this? Type that. Do you have your screenshot? Okay, I'm about to lower this for 3 people. 3 people, if you grab it, you grab it. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm about to lower it. Hold on. 3 people will get to grab it. If it lets you grab it, then you are lucky. Okay, hold on. Don't go yet. Okay. All right. So I lowered it. You guys know where to go to get it. Okay. And I'll see y'all in the Zoom.